Hey guys, Loomis here, and I'm back with another Langrisser mobile video. So, interestingly, there are actually mercenaries for the first week of playoffs. So, as I normally do my weekly mercenary reviews, I will do another review this week for the top 256 round of the playoffs. And the interesting thing is there's actually one unit here that could be potentially worth some people using, especially if you are on kind of the cusp of the 256. If you're a gold one player who I don't want to say squeaked in, but if you're you know if your box isn't necessarily full, there's actually one unit definitely that I would consider using. But there's some decent things in here. So without any further ado, let's jump in here. So we will start off with a 5-star Landius that he has, Thorn, Seal Guardian, Mirror, Holy Arc. Girl is a player that I know for main chord. It has 2 runes, and the equipment is, in my opinion, not ideal. I think the only one out of the 4 that I would want on a Landius is the Mirror Armor. Although I'm of the opinion that Bloodline is more effective. It is an interesting case of Gaia's here. But I'm assuming that for most people in the top 256, they are probably going to have a stronger Landius than this. However, if this Landius is stronger than yours, then I would feel free to use it, because it's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's great. Next, we have a 4-star Listel here. It's okay. It's fully ruined. But again, this is another case where I would only use it if it's stronger than your Listel for whatever reason. It has speed boots, not a bracer. It does have thorns, which is good. And it does have the other equips that I like. But this Listel I think is only okay. So I would only use it if it's stronger than your Listel. Next, we have a 6-star Elwyn here with Spirit Boots, which is an awful choice. And I mean, to be quite frank, this Elwyn's attack is way too low to do anything. It's missing the last rune for Crush there. I just honestly, it is a 6-star Elwyn, but I don't really see this Elwyn, being strong enough to field because this attack is just too low. Some of the other stats are okay, but it doesn't even have an attack roll on the weapon. It has 7% of the boots here. But, the attack is just so low on this Elwyn, I think it's really hard to justify putting it in your box, so I would skip this Elwyn. Next, we have Vargas here. This Vargas is okay. It has good equipment outside of the King's Amulet, in my opinion. It has 2 runes, not 3. I would skip this Vargas. I can't see it having a use in anyone's box for playoffs. Now we have a 4-star Joshua here. And the Joshua is just not strong enough to field, in my opinion. I don't think the Elven Ring is very good on him. I don't know why they have a Tiara. I don't know why they're doing 2 yellow, 2 red. Really, really odd. It does have all its runes, but if you're going to be using Joshua, I would not use this Joshua. I don't think it's replacing any Joshua in anyone's box here. And if you don't have Joshua and you might want to use him, I don't think this is the one to use. We've had a few Joshuas this season that have been very OP, and this is definitely not one of them. Next here, we have a 6-star Varna, and this Varna is actually quite strong. So if you'll notice here, the attack number is very high. It's almost 730 attack, which is very, very, very strong. Or sorry, it's 731 attack. So 831. My apologies, 831 attack. So it's actually quite high attack for a Varna. The Throne Guardian is good because it gives her a little bit extra HP. I like the equipment she has. I'm not crazy about the Monkey King vest, but it's all right. It would be better if it was a Last Rites, but otherwise the equipment is all good. It has Breeze. It's fully ruined. This is actually a very, very good Varna. It is fully ruined, but I will note it does not have its Heart Bond. But this actually might be better than a number of people's Varnas, purely based on the fact that the attack number is so high. And Varna, for the most part, she's not necessarily tanking hits. She's kind of going in, she's using her 1,000 arrows, she's dipping out. So if your Varna's lacking in the attack department, I actually might consider running this one. And if you haven't built Varna and you made playoffs, this is definitely a unit I would consider running in your box, especially if you have AoE units. This is actually a pretty good Varna, so I would rate her as used, or sorry, as use. Now we have a Lester here, and to be honest, I just don't see a reason why to put him in your box. He does have a good amount of HP. He does have some. He's fully ruined. However, you know, the 2-2, the Spear Boots, you know, the hook can be useful, but I really just don't think this Lester is going to be helpful at all in playoffs, so I would skip him. Or sorry, the Pierre. It's not a Lester, that's a Pierre. Next we have Chris here, and this Chris is alright, you know, Tree of Life. It has some decent equipment choices, but the problem is it's a Chris. It doesn't have any runes, and, you know, Chris is just not very good in the meta right now, so I don't really see a reason why people would put her in your box. So, Chris is a skip. Next we have a TRS here, and this TRS is okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. It, for some reason, has all runes except for the Unicorn Knight. It even has the other T2 one for whatever reason. So they have not updated their TRs to a Unicorn Knight yet. It does have the Juggler plushie, which is cool. And, you know, if it's stronger than your TRs, I would consider using it. If you want the plushie for whatever reason in playoffs and to try it out, you know, this is an opportunity to use it. However, I would not say this TRs is incredibly strong, but, you know, it's an okay option. So this is one of the better mercenaries this week, but I'm 50-50 on if it's strong enough to field the playoffs. I think it's debatable, but only if you have a very weak TRS. And last but not least, we have Egbert here. Now, I mean, as far as Egberts go, this isn't a horrible Egbert. He doesn't have the runes or anything. But it's just, why would you run Egbert? I'm sorry. If you have room to fit this Egbert in your box, to be quite frank, I have no idea how you make playoffs. So, this is an easy skip. So, to summarize everything, I think the Varna is an interesting pick potentially for a number of people, as she's well built and quite strong. And the TRs might see some use, but the rest of the units, you know, Lanius and Listel, if they are stronger than yours for whatever reason, you might have an opportunity to field them, but the rest are just not very good. So this is one of the weakest slates of mercenaries we had in Season 1. But, you know, at the same time, we're in playoffs, so, you know, I'm assuming that the top 256, for the vast majority, they're going to have pretty strong boxes and that are not going to be using the mercenaries in general. However, you know, I haven't seen everyone's box, so I don't know. So if there's anything you can use in here, you know, let me know in the comments. I'd be kind of interested to know after the fact, maybe. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate if you could hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, if there's any future videos you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later.